There's so many things. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Shay's Warriors Life After Cancer. Tonight we have an amazing program for you. We are live here at Rancho Relaxo. I'm here with Stella. I'm going to do a really quick introduction of who Shay's Warriors is and what Talkless and Share is all about. Shay's Warriors is a 501c3 nonprofit with an all-volunteer board of directors that was formed in the Coachella Valley to help our cancer community thrive after treatment is over. The mission of Shay's Warriors is to inspire, inform, and empower through health, fitness, and the mind-body connection to heal survivors and their families through a national network of support. Our Talkless and Share community was formed as part of our online educational outreach to support each other through survivorship and thrivership. Talkless and Share is hosted by our board members every second and fourth Wednesday of the month by Shay Moraga, our founder, the founder of Shay's Warriors, and myself, Dr. Sonia Fung, a naturopathic doctor specializing in integrative cancer care. We have our team together tonight with Marissa from Skin Lab and Nate, and of course our community partners, Stella at Rancho Relaxo. So Stella, can you give a little bit of an introduction of yourself and how your amazing store, and I just really want to thank you for all of your support and your partnership with Shay's Warriors and all that you do for us.
Oh, thank you, Dr. Sonia. Yes, so Stella Adina, I'm the owner of Rancho Relaxo. We opened our doors at the end of 2019, and when I set out to open Rancho Relaxo, I really wanted it to be a celebration of personal style. I believe strongly that style has, and how you present yourself has a really transformative effect on your psyche, on how you feel about yourself, how the world perceives you. I'm a very big believer on fake it till you make it. Oftentimes my kids, even when we were wearing masks, I would put red lipstick on and they would admire my red lipstick. And I would say, you know what, the redder the lipstick, the harder it was to get up this morning. So thank you for having me. I'm a very big fan of Shay and her organization. So I'm honored to be here today.
Thank you so much. And we're going to have an amazing program tonight. Robyn is going to be our guest speaker, and she's put together this program with looking at or working with our cancer survivors in our community. And I'm going to turn it over to her to give you a little, or for her to introduce herself and get this program started.
Hi, I'm Robyn Howard. I'm so happy to be a part of this wonderful program. I want to introduce myself as well and my story. I live in the desert, California desert. I'm so in love with our gorgeous desert. I'm a stylist. I help women with their wardrobes. I help children with their wardrobes. I help men with their wardrobes. Whoever asks me to help them with their wardrobe, it is my pleasure. So I grew up locally here, so I had to deal with being in the desert, the heat, all the normal things about wherever it is that you live. We all have to dress the right way for it, right? So I just got very fascinated with grace in style. Long ago, my grandmother was an incredible seamstress. I used to peek over her shoulder and just watch her put incredible things together, and I was just fascinated. My grandfather was an artist, so he would let me mix his paints on his palette, and then I would watch him with his palette knife, put them up under the canvas. And so my ideas for color and design largely had to do with my grandparents. My mother is a nurse, so she got to wear a white uniform every single day, including the hat and a very fitted silhouette. So even as a child, I was thinking, that's a very inspired look. for her to go to work with because she was very pulled together every single day. She had a white cap. She had a very fitted white tunic, kind of even a boot cut pant, if you will. She was very edgy, and she had a wonderful crepe soled shoe. So these are my first impressions as a kid that helped me develop my interest for style and in a woman's life and how her style worked for her. So I was fascinated by that, completely fascinated. Then as I grew, I wasn't any less fascinated, just more. So I went to the Fashion Institute of Design and Merchandising, Los Angeles campus. I feel so blessed. I am 56 young years old, feeling amazing each year. Not kidding, lots of wrinkle cream. That's okay. And sunblock and sleep and water. So those are my staples. And then fashion. So knowing incredible people throughout my journey of loving fashion and style, like Stella, the incredible purveyor and curator of the store that we're in right now. This is in California, Rancho Relaxo. She and I have collaborated to pull together some wonderful wardrobing ideas to help each of us, especially we warriors, who have gone through some really, really interesting and tricky times, on how to present ourselves now versus BC. And I'm pretty sure all of you know what BC is. So now is what's most important, basically being in the present. So what I love about where we are now is reacting to how we're feeling inside now. So being a stylist, I'm curious, I'm intrigued, and along my path, after one of my regular mammograms, go mammograms, get your mammograms, I found out that I too was going to be a very, very chartered member to the C Club. And I am better from it. I have grown so much. It was not easy. Lots of tears, lots of Kleenex. I bought lots of shoes. I probably should have read lots of books, but I ended up buying lots of shoes. I still have photos of all the shoes I bought, but somehow that calmed me. It made me feel amazing. It helped my mind go somewhere else beside the stress. So my shoes, to me, if I ever write a book, might be the star of my book because they're what kind of like calmed me. I wish I could have said I got up on a rock and I meditated, but I would have just thought about the shoes I wanted to buy. So I'm not going to lie, I'm deeper than it sounds. And today I'm going to share with you some of my ideas and tricks on how to dress well after you've been initiated into the C Club. So I'm going to start with texture. After going through what we might have gone through, no matter what your journey was, you're like in survival mode, keeping it together mode, trying to be strong mode is so fatiguing. So I'll talk about that a little bit later. But with all of that, I find that it's very, very restorative to really think about the texture of the clothes that we're putting on our bodies. Think about a baby and how soft their clothes are. When you feel a baby's clothes, you think of like little clouds between your fingers. So I like the clothes that you put on your body now, especially with all that it's been through. I think it's really nice to have very soft pieces because your skin might have changed due to radiation or chemotherapy or your surgical points. With all of that said, why don't you deserve to have baby soft clouds all over your body? And you can have it in such a stylish way. Here at Rancho Relaxo, Stella is so on track with comfort, style. The things that you find in her store have that flow. So what I'm talking about right now is about the texture. So if you think about going into your closet right now, you might have some things that are swingy. They might be a knit. I want to help you go even lighter because you deserve it. It helps us feel literally like royalty. It will make you feel different. It will make you feel better. It will make you feel like you've made it. At least these tricks work for me. So I'm only hoping if you come away with one trick, I will be so happy for you. So I'm going to get personal for just a second. You probably have grown up hearing about foundations. Now they call them fitwear. You might have heard the term Spanx. Those are kind of more strategic underpinnings. They've got their place. But in this, what we're talking about today, I'm going to show you about how I start dressing in the morning. These are things that helped me through my journey before and after. So I'd love for you to know these pieces the first piece did not come from Rancho Relaxo, but it's a base piece that I wanted to share with you. This is my first most wonderful find after trying, and I tried on 55 different bras, stretchy bras, soft bras, structured bras, every bra you can imagine. Just couldn't find anything at all that was fitting my new self. And my new self started off flat. I decided to stay flat and heal. So for me, this little friend was my partner. It's really soft, really stretchy. It feels like baby clothes. It has two wonderful openings for two wonderful little cups that literally give your body just a nice amount of shape. They're very soft. There's no stitching on the inside or the outside of the bra that isn't extremely soft against your skin. This is by Jockey. I think they're currently retailed at like $26, and you can get them online pretty much anywhere you look. So this is my favorite style. It's a neutral color. It reminds you a little bit of maybe like a yoga top. The yoga top is fine too. I like everyone to have one nude piece. So this is the token nude piece. The second piece is from Rancho Relaxo. This is probably my second or third piece I bought here from Stella. This is completely bias cut. Bias cut means that the fabric is cut on the diagonal. That means when the person that's designing it is cutting it, they have to use more fabric because they have to turn it on its side so that it drapes perfectly on your body. Think of a nightgown and how when you put a nightgown on, it seems like it keeps going. That's because it's finding your curves, and that's what we want. What I love about having a 100% silk piece, it might cost you a little bit more, but again, we need to baby ourselves with texture. So important. So this silk just finds its way along the body that you're in right now. It's all about now. So this silk piece will go under anything. This piece will go under a t-shirt. It will let the t-shirt skim your body. So there's no point in your dressing that you feel like, oh, I'm not sure if I want to show this part of myself yet. This will help you kind of close the gap. This is another best friend. This is also silk. You can wear it higher in the front, lower in the back. Just depending on you. This is a Natori piece. This is important to have too. They can be whatever color you like. I love in a wardrobe to have ivory. I love for you to have black. And then I love for you to have a signature color, which when you meet our models, you'll find out maybe about one of our gals' signature colors. She's a coral girl. That's her signature. So I love for you to have a signature piece that you can really, that can like just be a little peek at the bottom of a t-shirt. Then you can wear a legging with it or whatever you want. So we're now going to transition into talking about base pieces. So if our models will kindly step out, perfect. Base pieces are what we're talking about today. A pair of black jeans. Pretty much everyone has a great pair of black jeans or even a great pair of black leggings in their wardrobe. And we have beautiful Lauren in her black jeans. She's got the flavor on with her boots. She's got a basic t-shirt on that's not so basic. I love what it says. So it's important for you to feel like when you're wearing your base pieces, number one, to feel that soft texture against your skin. These jeans have a 4-way stretch. That's why they're happy and probably her go-to jean. If you imagine how many times a week she can wear that jean, cost per use, that jean should be paying her. So if you want to go up a little bit when you're buying your jeans, make sure, stretch them out. You know, when you're buying important things, it's almost like when you're looking at a car. Make sure that car is going to work for you. If you need to kick a tire, kick a tire. If you need to get in there and move the seat back and forth, do it. Same thing with clothes. Feel the clothes. Trying clothes on is really important, even if you're ordering them. But hopefully you'll get a chance to come into a beautiful boutique like this and have personalized help. But ask for things like 4-way stretch. The beauty about 4-way stretch is that literally we could curl up and take a nap in them. And I don't know about you, but to me, a nap is very healing, a very, very important accessory, even before the journey or after it. So when you're sleeping, you're healing. So it's very, very important. So thank you so much. We're going to move on to the next base layer. Welcome. Hello, hello. We have a short sleeve, a black t-shirt. that is so soft and so classic and so basic. It will never let you down. You could also take a nap in this. And she's got a fantastic legging. It could be a yoga pant. It could be a legging. You could go to work in this. These are the secrets we're going to be discussing as we go along. But I like to start dressing in the morning with one color like we talked about. It's called monochromatic. Fancy word, simple concept. Same color. That's all it means. Black pants, black top. Then we can layer some pieces on top of it, like a hat. Even your lipstick can be a pop color. So try and dress in a monochromatic color. Can be all white, can be all black, could be all orange, whatever works for you. So thank you so much. And now we have our third silhouette. Thank you.
You're welcome.
We have a 3/4 sleeve t-shirt. I'm feeling like this t-shirt, just by looking at the fabric, is what they call Pima cotton. P-I-M-A. Pima cotton feels like a baby's clothes. It literally feels like little clouds. So soft. You can sleep in it. It doesn't wrinkle. It is usually more expensive, so be aware. But once you put Pima on your body, you might not go back to regular cotton. It's a game changer. So thank you so much for your whole look. It's beautiful. And she's going to go back in and try on some accessories and come back out again and be with us shortly.
Thank you.
Thank you very, very much. It's a big deal modeling. I'm so impressed that finally, after my 4-year walk, I am finally able to stand up in front of cameras and talk. So we might have some real human moments. I'm professional, but I'm still human. So we're going to talk next about accents and accessories. The girls are going to re-accessorize and be out. Talking about the now. Where are you now? Sounds like a really strange thing for me to ask you. Where are you now? Obviously, you're at home watching this amazing video that I'm so blessed to give you. Meaning, where are you now in your journey? How are you feeling about yourself? We've done maybe a lot of inward moments. We've done a lot of apologizing to our loved ones, maybe our peers, maybe our coworkers, for how we feel, how we look, how we feel, how we look. But really, how are we? Where are we now? So the now is really, really important. I feel like now should stand for whatever you want to assign to that name. But if you're ever feeling a little bit like, I don't quite feel like who I was before, how do you feel right now? You get to write your own new self. It's part of the gift. It's part of the blessing about this journey. You can just, if you never wore pink, you can wear pink now. There's no one holding you back. You don't have to stick to the rules. You get to write your own rules. I have a lot of clients that ask me, just give me rules. Just give me a list of rules. I'm like, oh my gosh, do you really want rules? Rules, how about a framework of things that we can do? My rules are be yourself and then some. Live large, dress large, be happy. Shift silhouette. Say if you're a tailored person and you've always felt so happy, all lassoed up in a belt, showing a very curvy hourglass look. Maybe you're feeling more like a caftan girl. Maybe you're feeling more like someone from the past. Maybe you're feeling like wearing pearls. Maybe you've never worn pearls in your life. Why not? That's the question. Why now is the better question, because now you can change your look, make it different. So this is why now. And here she comes. Why now?
I love
Technicolor. We love it. So
Changing your look.
yes, changing your look and feeling like I don't have to apologize. I don't even have to come up with a reason. I feel it inside of me. I feel like a change is happening. I want to feel different. Precious, precious moments are happening right now, and I'm going to be in them in such a large way. I'm going to change the way I look. I love the way I look tailored, but I love a little moo-moo. I love that it twirls with me. And coral is one of your best colors.
Yes.
And one of the colors that people that know you think, okay, here she comes.
Yes.
So,
In my car.
yes. So even if it's lipstick, budget's a big deal. There are so many things we all have to balance. It can just be a bright lipstick. It can be just borrowing something from someone. Go into your closet and say, okay, what about this closet reflects me right now? Go into that closet and say, some changes are going to need to happen. I'm going to put in some different things slowly but surely as you find your way to kind of your now you. So you're going to take things out slowly but surely, put them in a beautiful, neat little area, make sure they're laundered, and donate them to other gals just like yourself that may be on their journey and they don't have a closet full of options. But take the things out of your closet that actually don't represent how you're feeling right now about yourself. It is all about the now, not to repeat myself, but now is so important. So thank you so much. The bravery is amazing in this. But also, she's professional. She wanted to wear a belt with that to work. She could totally do that. So what we're doing now is we are dressing up our base pieces. So we have the beautiful short sleeve tee. She's accessorized. She's got a great sassy hat. She's experimenting with a new way to wear her makeup. She's adding a little more brow. So these are the beautiful now changes. Maybe not before, but yes to now. So let yourself be willing to wear a floaty piece. And I hear the question a lot, where am I going to wear this? And I say, where aren't you going to wear this? You can wear this to go buy produce. You can wear this to the post office. You can wear this for a special women's luncheon. You can wear this to talk to a group just like I'm doing right now and show them this is kind of the evolution. This is when you get to that point of feeling, okay, I'm strong, I'm through this, I'm good. And I'm going to float through the rest of it. So, floaty fabric. We love, again, the texture. Thank you. She's accessorized so beautifully, and that's all super easy. You can put a nail by the door and put the hat on it, put your necklace on it, put your caftan on it, easily transition from a yoga class and go to your little places next to the door and completely transform yourself with a hat, a necklace, and your beautiful floaty caftan. So, oh my goodness, more is more. I love this, the bravery. Her silhouette is very, very trim and very narrow, statuesque. So she could choose to wear whatever she'd like. She's a tailored lady. She likes to complement her figure. She's a very narrow build. But when you layer these beautiful soft pieces on top of it, she can be this girl too. So again, why not? Why now? Now is important. Make some fun changes for yourself at this point in the game because you deserved it. It adds some fun. It just mainly takes creativity. Sometimes it takes stepping out into a store where you feel the nurture, which is the way I feel when I come here to Rancho Relaxo. I walk in the door, I'm greeted. I know the ladies are in a beautiful, creative way, and they welcome me in and they let me float around. They talk to me about new things, and it puts me into such a happy state because we've had to worry about some pretty heavy things other than this. But when you come through the door of a place that feels really confident about who's just walked through the door, not just themselves, they just want to share their art with you. And so I always feel like shopping in safe spaces is really important. No mean girls allowed. If you walk into a space and you even think mean girls, just twirl right on out because you can. Have we all been there? Who has seen the movie Pretty Woman? I'm not going to lie, that really happens. It's happened in a teeny tiny little way to all of us at some point or another, especially now. We've put ourselves through what we've had to endure. It is time for us to be able to kind of put our foot down and refuse to be treated any other way than the beautiful, nurturing way. So we can choose. So choose this goodness. Choose a nurturing space. And those girls that you wouldn't even have to have said a word to in the mean girl shops, they will have no idea why you left. You don't have to say a word. Just twirl on out. Just keep twirling on back to your car and drive to a safer place. So
I'm loving this.
okay, because it's true.
We have boys too.
We have and
love
boys too. We have had our cages rattled, so to speak. So it's time for the rattling to just subside. It's time to breathe. It's time to float, and it's time to be in the now. So thank you so very much for all of your beautiful layers. So as you can see, dressing a base coat first, the base, the underpinnings is very important. the base pieces monochromatic, then you layer on who you want to be now. You don't have to follow any rules. Who do you want to be now? So that's my challenge to you. Maybe pick a color. So you know what? I've really never worn blue. I've always wanted to wear blue. Wear blue. Go find something in your closet. Wear blue tomorrow. Give yourself a challenge. Wear blue. Breathe through it. Add some more blue. You want to wear blue? Put on some blue eyeshadow. I've seen blue lipstick. I'm more for blue eyeshadow and maybe a blue sweater, blue shirt. What else is blue that we love? Jeans. Put on a full outfit of jeans. Wear a jean pant. Wear a Western shirt. A little blue eyeshadow. Be blue. Be green. Be ivory. Just enjoy yourself. I love it when people do the color blocking, which is similar to monochromatic. They'll wear a very dominant color on top and then a light color on the bottom. Truth be told, the easiest way to dress is what is in your heart. How do you want to be seen? How do you want to see yourself? It's nice that others get to see you too, but that's just kind of a bonus. It's really about how you see yourself. Because once you see yourself and you start smiling again and you start walking differently, you start kind of looking at your body differently, even when you're not clothed, and you're like, okay, I have got this. I have got this. And each day that you kind of stretch your comfort zone with clothes, the better and better and better you're going to feel. It's kind of like faking it until you make it. You might have heard that before, something my mom taught me. It's just stuck with me, those little phrases. And it is true. Faking it, not being untruthful, but just trying it before you feel it. Part of my job is getting people out of their comfort zones a little bit. I try to be very gentle. Sometimes I have to say, okay, it's time. You need to wear blue. And I make them wear blue. And they wear blue and they're like, I don't know why I didn't wear blue all this time. And they've become a totally new enthusiast to it. So dressing is an adventure every single day. Some women dress from the feet up. Their feet may be tired. So you can put on your sneaker and you could put on a beautiful maxi dress. And just do your hair. Make sure your skin is glowy and wonderful. Great pair of sunglasses, a great hat. You're good to go. Good to go. Okay, the next step, we're going to have the ladies come back out again in their full adornment. We've got Coral. I love how you layered your leggings underneath your caftan.
So comfortable.
Yeah, you feel comfortable. If you wore a belt around this, could you go to work in this?
Considering I work from home, yes,
Yes.
absolutely. Or my pajamas, whichever happen to feel like that day.
Right. So again, it's keeping it completely fluid and changing it. If she wanted to wear a black hat on this, I mean, get ready to part people on the sidewalk. They won't know what
It's a
to
fabulous
do. It will just be a thing.
fabulous.
I mean, even, your beautiful Coral shoes. If this is baby steps, pay attention to maybe just a pedicure. It's not like going through things. We've thought about those parts of ourselves. We're like, it's been so long since I've had my toes done. You can buy kits online. You can have a friend do it for you. You can have a partner do it for you. I promise you lots of giggles from that because you're going to have polish all over your toes, but it's okay. It's just polish, and that's what God made nail polish remover for. So you can just clean up around the edges. It's all good. But just those little details, no matter what stage you are of making some changes for right now, go for it. Try something bold. Have coral on your toes. If you're not sure that you'd like to wear coral anywhere else, and put a hat on. Hats give us that snap in the air, whatever you call it. It gives you that kind of moxie. It used to be a word that they used in the 50s. I love old movies. And moxie was basically attitude. Doesn't moxie sound better than attitude? I mean, attitude can go either way. Again, we want to keep the attitude positive and happy and buoyant. So moxie makes me happy. Wear a hat, little polished toes. That will give you some strength. And you don't have to go out for the whole day in it. Test it out. Take yourself for a little grocery shop. Go out to get a letter. Whatever. Baby steps. Just try it out. I bet you'll get a compliment almost every time you do something different like that. It's a random, amazing thing. Not that we're fishing, but it's nice. It's nice to hear things when we do that change in ourselves. So thank you. I love how bold you are, and I
Thank
love
you.
how willing you are to be completely wondrous.
Bold makes you feel good, especially when you don't feel good, right?
It does.
Yeah,
It does.
Bold's
It
good.
goes back to faking it until you make it. Again, the skin thing. We love if you are like into really wonderful produce. We always want a glowy skin, so we're going to do things that will help us with glowy skin. One of my idols in fashion and movies is Gwyneth Paltrow. She's got the most beautiful glowy skin. She has incredible ideas and products that she uses, but one of my favorite secrets is that their staff starts their day out with celery juice. I know.
Wow.
Some like to chew their celery, others like to sip their celery. Celery juice really makes our skin look absolutely amazing. Just helps us glow. Whatever you have the stomach for, just be willing to try things that make you glow, because when you're glowing on the outside and not so much on the inside yet, it closes the gap. It really does. That's the exterior helping the interior and vice versa. Everything has a chance to make its impression on us. Ultimately, who doesn't want beautiful glowy skin? If you're not into celery, there are other products that you can put on the exterior that will give you the same glow, whether it be a little frosty dust of highlighter on your cheeks. It might be my grandmother's old trick of taking a little bit of your lipstick, rubbing it on your fingers, and pressing it into the balls of your cheeks and go up, because that brings us up. It brings the eyes up. It gives us a lift. It literally wakes us up. If we don't feel woken up, you can always get cat-eyed sunglasses. They'll also help you wake up, and no one will see the difference. So there's lots of ways to elevate your face and to help that smile slowly come back to where it's a dull roar, and you have to work really hard not to smile. So that's the best accessory ever, and it's free. Thank you very much. Thank you, thank you. We're going to just rotate you. If you'll just rotate in front. Hello.
Hello.
So we have added, I'm sure you've all noticed, an incredible moon pendant. This is one of my favorite moons she has around her neck. I've always called this a sliver moon. So it's just the moon when it's just at its thinnest, most beautiful, kind of poetic place. And it's on a beautiful necklace. So it looks like it's kind of a burnished metal. And it's been probably a brass composition. It is absolutely gorgeous. And it's kind of like one of those pieces, it's a signature piece. So this one she really identified with and felt great about.
Yes.
And then we added this floaty. Would you mind twirling for us? Look at the float. I love it. It floats.
I'm flowing.
It's easy. She can wear that with a sandal. If she's having people over for dinner, this is a perfect way to open the door and welcome guests into your home. Now that you're feeling amazing, you can cook them a nice vegan dinner or a big steak, whatever knocks you out. But this is the way to answer a door. Answer a door with this kind of style, because it shows people that you're fierce, you're amazing, you've endured, and you are here to scream it, not in their face, maybe later, to the heavens, because you're here and you're back and you've got a signature look. So I love having this look too, because if she ever wanted to put a belt over it, she could put a belt over it, would bring in her silhouette. That might be for a special night.
Yes.
Mhm.
Ooh.
So
'Cause
it's
that's
a
burn so
versatile
sexy.
piece. Exactly. So again, what we're putting on our bodies, this helps us evolve towards an even better result about how we are now. Again, with the now word, it's such a big deal. Now is so important, because this is where we are, and this is what we have. And feel free to shop some more. I love the hat.
Yes.
Chapeau is extreme.
Yes.
Thank you very, very much. Thank you. Lovely caftan. More is more. That's your new nickname, more is more. I love her hat. If you can tilt your head down a bit so they can see the hat band. She's got a floral hat band. This is a beautiful, beautiful detail in this. It's actually embroidered onto a very, very supple piece of suede. It's a wool hat. It's got the look. It's got the sass. This is the first piece she grabbed when she came into this beautiful store, because these outfits we curated together. So when you find a piece that you identify with, grab it. Even if it's just one piece, grab that, figure it out, go back home, play with it, practice, try things on, throw things out, but fold them, put them in your donate bag. But literally, you want to have pieces in your wardrobe that you are looking so forward to wearing. We don't need to go into our closet, go, oh, this old thing, here we go. I'm going to put it on, here we go. No, we need to be so sassy. This hat brings the sass, right? And
It
you put
does.
that on, you're like, look at this. I mean, your posture changed.
Look at this.
You were like, look at it. And I was like, I'm looking. So that's that interior stuff that's happening. You are just blasting light out of every pore. And the happiness, it just bounces off everything. And it's just the ultimate give with dressing. Her necklace is bold and incredible. It sounds like a soap opera, bold and beautiful. And she's got this beautiful, beautiful, super thin, but super shiny tiered earring. It almost looks like a bit of like an ombre. You know, ombre hairstyles are so hot right now. The girls are putting the blonde tips on the very bottom. It's like an ombre earring, but it's all the metals that we love to wear. And that's like the best kept secret. All three metals are covered in one earring. So pretty much we'll go with everything. So, and I love how she did this very bold caftan. A few minutes ago, she had two base pieces on, black long sleeve, black like a yoga pant, wonderful sports shoe. What is she ready to do? There's nothing that she couldn't do in this. I might not go rock climbing in it, but
However,
you could put it in your backpack for after, but I might even work the necklace up the hill. I mean, in the desert, we have so many hills for you to climb. Why not do it fashionably? But that hat's incredible.
yes,
Yeah.
that's incredible.
It is incredible. Yeah, so you want a few pieces in your wardrobe that are your signature pieces. She could also, if she weren't wearing this beautiful caftan, and say, okay, no, Robyn, not everyone can float. She could do a fantastic jean jacket. If you don't have a jean jacket in your closet, I promise you, if you sneak around your house a little bit and go from closet to closet, somebody's going to have a jean jacket somewhere. So the way I like to have somebody wear a jean jacket, may I trade you your caftan for the jean jacket?
Certainly.
Thank you. You don't have to put your arms through the jean jacket. A little bit more towards me. I'm going to hold her. I will promise to be so careful with her. You can just simply wear it on your shoulders. Okay, my happy word, moxie. Let's come in a little bit more towards me so everybody can see. So she's got that look of almost like a cape. Is it just a denim jacket? It's an exceptional denim jacket, but it can also be a denim jacket that you might have at home. Look at how she's like, go. We've got her like
Gotta
cruising.
have the jacket.
Right? So it is a beautiful blend of what they call high-low dressing. You can take pieces that are classic, simple pieces, but it's the way you put them on and it's the feeling from inside you that makes people's heads turn around and go, okay, I just want what she's having. What did you eat for breakfast today? I mean, people just feel it. They feel it. This is such an elegant style. She could hop in a plane, she could hop in a bus, she could hop on a skateboard. I mean, she's ready for literally anything that life brings her way. So again, it is all about the now. Now, now, and now. So thank you so much.
Thank
I'll
you.
trade you back because I know how much you like doing your caftans. You can just hold it for a moment.
Thank you.
Perfect. Okay, so I'm jumping around a little bit, but that's kind of how I work. I'm going to talk to you a little bit about accessorizing. We talked a little bit about more is more. More is more.
I love that. I love that.
Isn't it fun? And why not? It's a striped sleeveless t-shirt. So if you're going through something that you might be going through, I'm going to whisper it, hot flashes. It's okay. Or you could call it your personal summer. That's what I call mine. Because you are doing what the doctor told you to do. And this is on our road to ultimate wellness. Cheap. Be sleeveless. It's okay. Nobody will see it. Wear a highly textured, beautiful, beautiful floaty piece around it that corresponds to the colors that are in this. If you are, if you've decided to stay flat, this is one of my best hacks. Not many can do this stripe across without something over it. If you are more voluptuous and have maybe had, lumpectomy or something else that might affect the smoothness of you, this is the solution. a full spectrum of solutions. So you could be a lady who's flat styled, you could be voluptuous because this covers you, it lets you float, and there's a little bird here carved out of wood that is like a feather. A teacup weighs more than this. This is literally like a beautiful lightweight wood. And Stella has this, I think, in yellow as well. And yellow is such a hot color trend-wise. But I chose this for this outfit to show you that sometimes more is more. If you want to keep that black yoga pant on the bottom as your base layer, that's perfect. You could take a nap in this too. Just remove your caftan, your birdie, go take a nap, and return to this whenever need be. But wear this. Wear this to the library. Wear this to dinner. You can wear this for breakfast, a brunch on Sunday. You can wear this shopping. So I love this. I love pieces that work really, really hard for us. If you have, some dresses that you thought, oh, this is kind of me before, and I'm not so sure about, is this me now? Decide about whether or not you can maybe make her work. Try wearing her differently. Maybe before you wore her closed up like she was meant to be worn, or you can style yourself up and what they call pop your collar, mean flipping it up. If I love a pop collar, if you have a neck that is more narrow, or if you have maybe even a scar that you need to kind of just disguise, it's just us girls. These are the real things that we have to face. So these are the real tricks that help you face them. So pop your collar, put a soft t-shirt underneath, maybe a base coat of the black legging and a black shell. And this can actually almost be like a tunic. Put a hat on your head and a gorgeous necklace, and you're good to go. So look at your pieces kind of differently. And if you've got a good friend that you really feel supports you and can be extremely honest, have her come and sit with you. Sometimes a job like cleaning out your closet and deciding which pieces are good and bad, sometimes you just need to have somebody in it with you. Sometimes they just need to sit there. Sometimes they don't need to say a word, but you definitely want to talk about that before you actually sit with each other so that you won't collide idea-wise, so that you can be productive for each other. So I think at this point, I'd love to ask our models to come up and talk a little bit about how it feels right now to be able to stand up in front of you and talk about how they're feeling and why they're here today. And so first in line, thank you so much for being here.
That was wonderful, Robyn. It was so good, so fun. Wasn't that fun? Oh my goodness. Yes.
Hooray. And so literally when you're wearing this, you're telling me you're feeling good. I can tell your face is smiling. Even if your lips weren't smiling, your face is smiling already. So that's usually a really good sign. You're feeling gorgeous. You're feeling sassy. You could meet with people.
Sure. One of the things I love is you're really talking about the idea of choice. And you always have a choice. And there are so many choices, as we all know, when you receive a diagnosis. And I think the most important piece, and this goes beyond what you're just saying with clothes, when it comes to cancer, is know that you do have choices and research all of your choices and make the choice that works for you, even if not everybody agrees with it, right?
Exactly.
Even if not everybody agrees with it, what you feel is best for you. I did something that was in clinical trials, cryoablation, and so I was headed for a double mastectomy, and I found this option, and I was a candidate, and it worked for me. So not everybody agreed with that, but here I am 3 years later and feeling bold and feeling strong. So I think the idea of options and knowing all your choices and making the choices, whether it's just dressing or whether it's deciding what treatments, is really important.
Absolutely. Taking charge.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, taking charge. And it's one of those things that deep in your heart, okay, this might not seem right to everyone else. Ultimately, it's for you to choose. And sometimes that feels really lonely, but you listen to yourself, your heart, your gut, your head.
Yeah.
That's why we're so amazing, my girls. We have that alignment of all three, and you made your choice and you went forward. There is Talk about an Olympics. It's an emotional Olympics,
Oh,
and you
so
came out
true.
with a gold.
So true.
Yes.
And you brought up a really good point as well of change. You said that so often. And one of the great quotes that I heard was, if there was ever a time for you to make change that no one could disagree with, this is your time.
Mm-hmm.
You make those changes. You get to know yourself, be honest with yourself, do the soul searching, and say, this is working in my life and this is not. And get rid of those things that aren't, because nobody can tell you no.
Just pour it on out. Yeah. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you, Rob.
That
This
is
was
such a
great fun.
blessing.
Yeah, thank you.
I appreciate that so much. During my journey, I had what I call the 5. I had 5 women come into my life that talked to me about their journeys and the things in their journeys that worked and the things in their journeys that didn't work. And it was so helpful to me in mine that I made sure that I tried to do the same thing with 5 other women after I was at a point of being well enough to share exactly what they shared with me. And then I added what worked really well for me. And then I got to pass it on to 5 other women. So I love what they used to say, paying it forward, kind of an 80s term. But sharing, ultimately it's sharing. It's sharing your journey. Don't be afraid to share, because everyone's so unique and so different. What might be right for one just isn't quite right for another. So it's really, really important. At least they've got some ideas to work with. And it might be that they go with the original proposed idea, but at least they've had a chance to kind of mull it over and have some new opinions. So I loved my 5. They were just so brilliant. So I would encourage you to definitely share this wonderful site. Shay's Warriors, absolutely brilliant. When I was going through my journey, I looked and looked and looked. I would be embarrassed to tell you how many hours I looked to find a program just like this with women talking, listening, and sharing. It's so important. So I wish that I would have discovered it sooner, and I'm so blessed to be a part of it. So I could have our next gal. Lovely, lovely. And what are
Hi.
your thoughts?
I am Angela, and I am 5 years status post or in recovery. And this is I'm really coming out of my comfort zone. This is something that really makes me uncomfortable, but I thought that I would step out, come out, and since my chemotherapy and radiation, it really changed my body and made me very uncomfortable, and so I'm always trying to hide it. And I thought, this is a good opportunity for me to come out, share, try something new, something different, and oh my God, I feel great. So, if you're feeling uncomfortable, and I highly recommend go ahead, step out of your comfort zone, because I'm glad I did. So
And we're so glad you did too.
Yeah.
And we're so grateful. Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much. And you look amazing. I love it. You've got a float factor. Yes. That attitude. It's amazing. Thank you so much. She's got the moxie. Beautiful, beautiful. And so we have our final look. And are there any things that you can share with us within your journey, or even where you are right now in the beautiful place of now, that you think might help our viewers?
I think I would, for myself, is to replace the fear with knowledge, because the fear is huge. It comes at you like a boulder. And by learning everything you can about every single thing that's out there, don't stop at the first one. Look at every opportunity, every alternative, everything, because there's more than one way to take care of this issue, in my opinion. I think that there is just acres of knowledge, and the more I knew, the more peaceful I became, and the easier it was to deal with, until the fear was just gone, because really the fear is going to do nothing for you, nothing. But the knowledge and the peace and the ability to walk through this with your head high is wonderful.
Yes.
Is wonderful. So that would be my share to every person, man or woman, to look. Make sure you look at everything.
Yeah. Yeah, there's so much coming at you. You just have to kind of like dig down deep and hunker in, even if you have people that are so dear to you that are all around you saying, I don't know, this might be, and yeah, it's you. It's your body. It's you. Search, I think one of my big takeaways that really helped me, if everyone wants to come back,
Yeah.
is breathing. And how simple is that? Breathing, after I got done buying shoes, got through my shoe therapy, one of the 5 women that spoke to me, I just realized this when everyone was sharing. Breathing sounds really simple, but there's a kind of a way to do it. I learned to count to 6, like 6 seconds, breathing in through your mouth and then releasing it through your nose. Some people are opposites. Some would rather breathe in through their nose and out through their mouth. Whatever works for you, and just try to spend some time in a cool bedroom, laying flat, a little bit peaceful, even if you can steal 5 minutes just for yourself. I've met so many busy mothers that have gone through this, in addition to having their sweet ones that are pulling for their attention. They've had dishes, they had to literally, we all know the tsunami of tasks that mothers and we women are called to do. Buy yourself 5 minutes, lay down on a cool, beautiful surface, bed, floor with a blanket, maybe a candle if you really want to spice things up for yourself, and just close your eyes and breathe. Just try counting in to a count of 6 and releasing to a count of 5. That helped me make some of my best decisions. I'm like, boy, I would have liked to know that earlier, but it's okay. I know it now, because there's so many decisions that we're faced with making. So that's why, to me, dressing is so important, to just keep it simple, keep a monochromatic core, like we've talked about, keep some pieces of flow, use and make sure when you're going through your closet, your fingers feel everything. Do you want that against your skin? If it's making a crackling sound, nope, out she goes, because she's not a natural fiber, so she's going to have a little crackly noise. Natural fibers just feel more soothing on our skin. So you can even just close your eyes even and go through feeling everything in your closet. Just pull down whatever crackles or just doesn't feel good between your fingertips. You only want soft, beautiful, floaty pieces in your closet. And don't be afraid if you do that, you only have 10 pieces in your closet. Those pieces are going to be your go-to pieces, and you're going to find fantastic, safe, beautiful, loving boutiques like this to shop in, and you will buy piece by piece by piece, and you're going to rebuild it. You're not just rebuilding to fill your closet, you're rebuilding to create you right now. So it's important. So thank you for listening, and thank you for giving me for just being human and being quirky, because that's just who I am. Nothing changed with that afterwards. So that's just gotten probably even more than what it was before. But I'm so grateful. So thank you so much for having me. It's a joy and an honor to be in the company of all these amazing women.
Thank you, Robyn.
Thank you. That's how you should.
Working it
That's
now.
how you should feel.
Working it now.
That's how your clothes should feel. They should bring you that extra added little. Yes.
Thank you so much, Robyn. Let's you and of course all of our models tonight. Thank you, Angela, Lauren, and Rosemary, for coming out here and just sharing your stories with our viewership, and just being so brave and stepping out and being your fabulous selves. And oh my goodness, those caftans, like when Lauren walked out, I was like, whoa, that's, I love all of that. Like all of it, the whole thing, and your earrings, like it's amazing. So And thank you again so much, Robyn, for sharing your story and for being here tonight and putting on this amazing program. And it was so like touching, so real, and it's real girl talk, right? So I think it is such an important story that everyone needs to hear. And thank you so much for sharing it with us, all of you. And hopefully what we can do is we do have a few questions if you wanted to answer really quickly. So we have, one of them is about the type of materials. So Jason was asking, does the type of material make the most difference, or is it the fit?
Okay, what a great question. So what I heard, just the type of material, what's more important, the type of material or the fit? I wish I could make it simple. The simple truth is both are important. The better material that you end up with, usually the fit follows. But I have got such, not kidding you, I think I have 5 tailors in my phone, because I think it's so important that once you've purchased a piece, say the fabric just drives you wild, you feel amazing in it, you just need a little nip and tuck in a place in the fabric, no pain required. You just find a fantastic, reputable tailor and have them look at it for you, because you can't really see a 360-degree look of yourself, but they can even take photographs of the back of you, the side of you, the front of you, so that you're able to achieve the look that you want. In a perfect world, would we go into a boutique, spend our money and our time and buy a garment and have it be perfect? Yes, that does happen. It's not a unicorn. It really does. But sometimes it doesn't. And when it doesn't, it's one more person to add to our incredible circle of support people in our life, as we are a support person for someone else. So add that tailor to your life. I like to use Yelp. If you have a very elevated store in your market, like a big department store that you feel good with, feel free to call them. Ask to speak to their top salesperson. See if she can recommend a wonderful tailor for you, so that they can tailor that piece, because it's really hard to find really beautiful, beautiful fabrics that you connect with. So once you do connect with something, it's not a big deal to have it just taken in ever so slightly or shortened, or have your arm shortened. So I hope that answered your question.
Thank you. And we have, Nathan said, it's amazing just wearing something bright makes people smile.
So was the question, the amazing part of wearing something bright, why does it make you smile?
No, it's just a comment.
Oh, it's just a comment. Oh, I'm sorry.
Yes.
Sorry.
No
But it
worries.
actually does.
Yes.
Lipstick, nail polish, a wild ring.
Right. Okay. All right. So I think that is all of our questions in from our community tonight. And just one again, thank you all for being here and for being a part of Talk, Listen, Share and Shay's Warriors here at Rancho Relaxo in Rancho Mirage. We are here every second and fourth Wednesday of the month, and we're changing up the format just a little bit. So stay tuned on our social media at Shay's Warriors. We're on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, all of the usual places, and of course, shayswarriors.org with you can find all of our events that's coming up. And of course, if you want to support Shay's Warriors, we are having an amazing women's retreat in June. And you can, if you love what you see here, please donate to Shay's Warriors on shayswarriors.org. And thank you again. Have a wonderful night. We will see you in a couple weeks. And have a great evening. Thank you.